And welcome back to more Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger. Last time we just finished the investigation and we are now going on to the class trial. Whoa, Kyoko and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go together, just the two of you? Huh? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or? What?
What?
Jesus! Oh, did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? Got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't search till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Boo, sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? We all agree it's a violation. I'll arrange your punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. I'm imagining that's Kyoko. She's the only one not here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I was right, yes! Yes, 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 yes. I'm here and no rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, are you still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop this talking! If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, alright?
What?
But is it okay? Is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially. But I bet you'll all be sorry later. Oh, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyways, hold on your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Oh my god, you're alive, thank god. Kyoko, so you really didn't die.
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank god, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without even looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. The master will wait for me! Koko, who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Kyoko, where were you, girl? I missed you. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now, I finished my search and came down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. It took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, no, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? 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 Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all this, or we can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It seems...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? I sure hope so. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. It's gonna be a dreadful, despairing descent yet again, and the door slid shut. A dreadful sound. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, and it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Oh geez, what is it this time? It was the blinding light of despair. Oh please no, 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 no. Wait, that's fabulous!
I can't wait! I can't wait!
How's that despairing? It's a fabulous room! Oh, I've been waiting for this! I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this! The time for pointless strokes and drops of fast!
Chills! Chills!
Let's get on with the show! And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal! A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial! Save data? Yes. Data saving's always a good thing. I'll be right back. Hello, and we're back. Now that we've saved anyways. First and foremost, I want to move around some skills here. We want cool and composed, but we can't get it right now because we have tranquility, which I'll remove. I want to save some SP because I'm trying to get crystal prediction. I also want to keep lost in thought. Both of those seem very useful. Lost in thought is what I mean to say. Same with Melda's voice and breathing technique. Perfect. I think we're ready now. So I'm fairly confident I don't need that 100% steady that it gives me.
Let's begin with a bit. If you and I'll punish every. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Well, it's a Mukuro, obviously.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Too bad facepalming would be very loud in this microphone.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because
Some ghosts have legs.
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Kyoko's face, Kyoko's piercing glare. Well, we couldn't see her piercing glare because the body's face was burnt off. So it would have to be the gloves. That weren't present.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Can we just, like, knock him out for the trial? That'd be nice. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. Not Kyoko. Kyoko's smart. It's because our friend Yasuhiro is a bit stupid. I don't have any choice but to enter into a non-stop debate. Alright, tattoo on the right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails. It's probably fake nails.
That Kyoko there.
They were so long, it makes them, you know, it'd probably make wearing a set of gloves a little hard. See? Notably long fake nails. Overly long, in fact.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, she had these large-ass fake nails, making that kind of hard, man.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
I agree with Hina.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
I know, Togami, but it's Hero. What do you expect?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Which is probably fairly obvious at this point. Everything starts from there. Sprinkler's exploded body analysis tattoo on the right hand. I feel a tattoo's key here.
Kyoko really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Oh, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
One thing that can tell us was on... and the one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body. Yeah, it's definitely the tattoo then.
Any description in the file if we can't identify the body...
Boop! Oh, what?
There's nothing else we
No! Screw you, spinny little purple thing!
Kyoko really who died? And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma. Oh, if we can't identify...
Get out of my way! Boop!
No,
Got it! Misclick with the shoot there. Kinda shot the thing and lost 10 seconds.
there was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh god, not your fantasies again.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Don't think I ever mentioned this, but look to the left, we have dubstep faces. If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Like I said, let me just find it here. This is what we want. No, that's not what we want at all. Ah, there we go.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Image that represents Fenrir is... Oh, okay. Oh no. I hate Hangman's Gambit. Alright. I am actually completely out of the loop on this one, and I cannot check my awesome thingy-mabob. I think it's a wolf, though. Yeah, it is.
Now I understand.
And again, for not liking this minigame, it sure is pretty easy, I'll be honest.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
It's the easiest thing in the trial, to be honest.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Yep.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
That's all that makes sense.
What?
Mukuro Ikasaba.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
No, not from the evidence we've gathered.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a true last trial?
Well, the mastermind's sitting in the chairs, so I'm guessing, they're not dead.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Because that's not her title.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
I just want to say that possible for Monokuma is fabulous.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
Or small ones, depending on who he's talking about.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
I doubt it.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Well, there we go. Monokuma's at himself.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects, Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Okay, I don't know if I trust this guy anymore because of what he did in Chihiro's trial, so... eh.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Kyoko.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't stand this. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
A little off topic, but as I was saying earlier, I don't know if I trust him anymore, but he doesn't have a rock-solid alibi, so there's no reason not to trust him.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? But she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Togo, what time is it? Oh, well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Still better than not having an alibi completely. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that time period, I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Do. These beats. Okay, we got sprinklers, exploded body analysis, fragments near the dead body.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
We double check those. Wait, what do we have here loaded in the thing? Fragments, sprinklers. Alright. Sorry about the interruption. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. That might help, but I'm not sure if that's what we need. It might be.
They're between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock, it just randomly sticks it in there.
For most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough
Time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any objections now...
Okay, I think I know what I have to shoot. Thinking that the corpse was almost totally dry. I skipped that last bit. There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning, so it's hinting it for us. In which case, you should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time
frame for the murder. It took place
somewhere between...
Hey, stop that. Those sprinklers help me out there.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Wait, what? Togo, stop being crazy. This isn't the time.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
No, she's just being, like, extremely crazy again.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Okay, it's one of these. Time for beat attack.
I admit nothing. I hate you.
By the way, someone told me you can lock onto multiple things. I did not know that.
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
Boop, 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 boop. Oh god.
I admit nothing. I hate you. I don't know anything. Hold on.
Okay, good, we got it. Final strike.
How can you say it wasn't the
This should prove it.
Boop.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Because bodies get wet when they are rained on, goddammit.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Huh, diggity.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone, and
I'd
that's...
just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
Are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Even Monokuma listens to him? That's amazing.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? she did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I know what that certain something is. A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been? Why are we helping her if she's, you know, getting us in trouble? Oh well. Tarp time.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Well, there should have been blood on it. That's the only thing that's confusing me.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That trap, or tarp, if it was used by used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body had fresh blood on it.
Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. We do, you're right, my wonderful Naegi. Body before the explosion, exploded body analysis, fragments near the... Okay.
Covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was...
Let me actually quickly look over those. When the body was found is not what we need here. We have our wonderful tarp here. Body before the explosion. But the blood was still wet.
only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
That's the thing we probably need to hit. It didn't get dirty, no, it should have got dirty because there's blood on the body.
By covering the body with the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side was the sprinkler got that.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
It should have gotten dirty, though. What? Oh, I got blocked by the purple thing. I thought that was just over top of it, but apparently not. Oh well.
Because the sprinkler with the underside of it was totally spotless, because that side was protected since it was facing down.
Of course it didn't get dirty.
No, it did. Or should have. The color of television? I want to see what that trophy is later.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, It absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage.
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean, and if you heard that, that was my cat sneezing. Sorry about that. No, I don't want this to be it. I can't believe someone would kill a chicken just to dump blood all over everybody. Oh no. That's it though.
My God! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Is it ever?
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Stranger still.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
That's a bit strange.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you?
That's not...
Sorry about that, she said, wouldn't you say?
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
We know we didn't murder anybody, but they don't.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
No! No, 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 no. I don't like that one bit. Please, no. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. I'm really puzzled as to why she's doing it too. This guy's dead body has been added to the truck. Okay, thank you.
Looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Oh no, please don't be smart, Hina, about this.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Damn it, we should have told them sooner. We're gonna get nailed for this one. Yeah, they gave it to us, remember? I already read that scene, I just didn't feel like reading it again.
Knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
That for some reason he had thought he was the killer. I don't know why, though. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. And to prove that I didn't murder anyone, I'm not the killer. And we'll do just that. This guy's dead body, exploded body analysis, and fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once,
That doesn't mean we did it.
really makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her.
Alright, I think I see where we need to break this argument. We've already established that the coat was put on after on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body, the person was probably already dead.
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Just because I have a knife, that automatically make
Getting stabbed.
No, it's not.
What's wrong? Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
What? No, he didn't. Oh, the victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible, hero. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
And to frame me.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
And they almost got away with it, too.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
It's pretty simple.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
No, Hero, stop! You're making this more hard than it needs to be.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Huh. Could have fooled me, Hina.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
And she can be bullheaded all she wants. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. And in this case, I'm fairly sure we know what it is. We just need to find those fragments we found earlier, the ones that confused me. Took me a few moments to figure out what they were from.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
That's right, I would love to know myself.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Damn right you do, Makoto. Get that brain in gear. Got a Monokuma File 5, and that's it.
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal injury. The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Well, yeah. She was already... It mustn't be because of the knife, right?
Okay, I think I know what I have to do here already.
There's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the that's gotta be it. There was evidence.
Give me that.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless
wounds across her entire body.
I remember reading the Monokuma file. That's the only other thing that, you know, seems like a killing blow.
Continue the debate.
The victim's fatal injury.
Jury has yet explosion.
No, it has, I missed out. Oh well.
She was
Not gonna kill me to shave off a few more seconds.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue
The debate. The victim's
Okay, no, you can't. That doesn't work. Oh, come on. Oh, we almost got blocked. Almost, but we didn't.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
Well, we have an idea of what the murder weapon might be.
The Monokuma file
says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
It's a pickaxe. Come on, hero. Think things through.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Oh, jeez. I wouldn't mind doing that, actually, at this point.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Hero's crazy, stupid, and awesome all in one. I love it.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you!
So what was it?
Master?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yeah, we found them in that locker. The real murder weapon. Let's see if we have it in here. We have it somewhere. I just gotta find it. Titanium arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What's a secret? I'd like to know. Oh crap, right, yes, we know. Bloody duct tape, that just reminded me.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow.
It wasn't too thin. Because of our bloody duct tape. Another excellent disguise.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
I can't. It's either I hate her or I love her. It's things like this. This is awesome.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
Oh no, he's right about that.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I don't want to. I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to the dojo locker. We know exactly what this is. It's that wooden key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
Oh, wait, that means we left our door unlocked again. Yay.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Had an inkling that might be it. If she was protecting me, then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
I still don't buy the fact that she killed her.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Kyoko should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Oh, this is getting interesting. He was the only one with access to a room. I think I know what I have to do here, because that is...
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
When the body was found doesn't fit this at all.
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Yes, he would. He's done that before.
You aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
I see exactly what I gotta do. Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? So how did she get back into her room? Which would mean he's the only one with access to it.
Those words
You just spoke. Exactly
What I said, I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never hide something from
There's proof that you...
Sorry, Byakuya. What you're saying can be counterbalanced with that. Broken.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's actually not true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. I'm getting interrupted a lot today, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap that Mastermind has laid for us. A Mastermind's trap? Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. But does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right now. Right here and now, whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. It seems like a major plot point. Oh, great. Well, to be honest, from what we've heard from Kyoko, and that we should be believing in friendship, I strongly want to, because I like Kyoko, and I can't believe she would lie to us. We're gonna choose to let it go. We're gonna take a risk here, like Kyoko was saying to us. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. She wouldn't lie to us like that. And she wouldn't say all that if there wasn't a reason for it.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
What? No!
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
There has to be.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Screw you, you dirty little bear!
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
You mofo!
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
No!
Voting time?
What? It's over? That's the shortest trial yet! But what the hell's going on? Voting time? They're all gonna vote for me! No, they better not. They better not.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, please. No. No. Oh my god, really? All the salt is now flowing. You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job. Yeah, you got it right. No, I know that's not true. We do too. What the hell's going... No. I'm so amped up, I just skipped that. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense!
Shing!
It's the same as always, and just like all the other class trials, I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Boo-hoo. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
What the hell's going on? Kyoko!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No! What the fuck? That's all I have to say. We know we didn't do it, but they're gonna kill off the motherfucking main character. What happened to plot armor? This game is brutal. I do like this execution though. Still, what in the heck? Now he's educating me on what's gonna kill me? What a bugger. Well, he is a teacher. Well, time for Makoto pancakes. Let me grab the wada butter. This'll be good. Mmm. Yeah, that's about the right face, knowing what's coming. Wait, is that sperm? Is he teaching me the birds and the bees as I'm about to die? What a bear! So much for plot armor. Wait, what? Why is Chihiro? Oh, thank you, Chihiro. It has to be her, right? It hasn't crushed us. Wait, where are we going now? What just happened? What in the living hell just happened? We're still gonna die from that height by the look of it. Uh-huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego. Sorry, alter ego. Alter ego? Is there some stupid virus from that stupid guy? I must have blinded when he invented my network. Damn it, all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Oh, you're talking like you've already won! You barely felt a thing! It was a pinch! An inch! This stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto! Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again! Waste away in a garbage-strewn pit! In a way that's an even better special punishment! Oh my god! So now we have an even more painful death! Wasting away, starving in a garbage pit! Catching what, or God knows what diseases. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
What
say?
are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. I want to understand, please! The massive high school tower is above all other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy! It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, what they didn't tell you is that you can never leave. Yay! It was built to raise hope. Instead, it brings despair. Hope's Despair Academy. Check in today. Essentially, I've already read all of this. This was just repeating from the first episode for some odd reason. Oh wait, he died? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zoink off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but... Okay, no, it's the same thing. What the heck's going on? Whoa! Yeah. Well, here we are in the garbage dump Monokuma mentioned. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was it just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I can tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. It stank like crap. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. It looks pretty bright for the description he gave. Trash was piled high across all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. And that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Freaking alter ego is like, no, screw you, Monokuma. I got this. Alter ego saved me. He used up that last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Alright, we got some garbage pits, but that looks to be the ways out. Rattle, rattle, it's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Not a bad idea. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten, as I would have thought. That was pointless, too. Next I search for some water. Again, probably pointless. I can be sure which liquids I can drink, which ones are an all-around bad idea. Again, pointless. Feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. I'll never back down. I won't lose to Monokuma. Oh wait, that's demonic. After making the proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was crawl into the fetal position and cry? No, go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch? What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. And that's the end of today's episode. I'll see you guys and Meisters and friends next time on Let's Play Danganronpa. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and maybe a comment to show your support. If you yet to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, do so for more Danganronpa. Peace out.